Welcome to the course Living a Spiritual Life. This is Unit 12 on teaching. My name's Rod Clarken, and I am the developer of this course, and I'm going to be walking you through this, going rather quickly to introduce you basically to what this is about, and encouraging you then to go to my website at Clarken Chronicles to get more information. You can see the PowerPoint there. You can see a PDF there. You can also find out all the assignments and see this also in just text format. So here are the module objectives, and this is the essential requisite that we are looking at. Again, I'm just going to walk through this rather quickly to kind of give you an overview and introduce you to it so that you can go back and spend some more time with it. I'm going to be answering a lot of questions in this presentation. The first one is, what is teaching? What are we talking about here? And then, why should we teach? Also going to look at when to teach and how to teach. There are going to be some slides on how much to teach and what is the aim of teaching. We'll be talking about how do you get results from teaching and what is better than possessing everything on earth and what is the greatest glory and honor. We're also going to be asking and answering all the questions of what should be the dominating passion of your life, and many of the answers to these questions will be teaching. What is our greatest gift and first obligation? What is the most meritorious of all deeds? What is the path of guidance? And how should we instruct others? This is a two-slide quote, and it's something you may want to look at. In fact, I'm going to go back because I think it's partly describing a lot of we need to teach ourselves before we teach others. And how should we be and speak to others? And I'll just read this one. It's very short. Consort with all men in the spirit of friendliness and fellowship. A kindly tongue is the lodestone of the hearts of men. Why should we be enkindled? And how important is inspiration? How can we inspire others? And what is first and foremost in teaching? And how do we get confirmation? What is the role of love, truthfulness, and purity? And again, I'm just going to read part of this. One can hardly imagine what a great influence genuine love, truthfulness, and purity of motives exert on the souls of men. How do we demonstrate the truth? And what should sanctified souls do? Why should we memorize passages? When will the faith spread rapidly? What is required for effective teaching? What else is necessary? And here I'm going to be asking you to stop when you go through, and this gives you kind of a preliminary as you see this, to go back and look at the slides and be making a list and trying to remember what are the requirements for effective teaching. This applies really, of course, we're focusing on teaching the cause, but it can apply to teaching in any endeavor. So I do list some of them here. Individual must study deeply the divine word, imbibe its life-giving waters, and feast upon its glorious teachings. 2, meditate on the import of the word and finding its spiritual depths, pray for guidance and assistance. 3, action. And I give you more. So hopefully you'll pick all of those out as you go through on your own. I would like you to answer these questions, and these questions actually were posed at the module objective, and it's really how can you teach others, what will you teach, why will you, who will you, when will you, and how much could you and should you. And the answers are all found in this slide program. And so if you could really focus on trying to come to the answers to these questions and then being able to answer them yourself, to be able to give back these answers pretty much in pure form if possible. So when you've gone through this slide presentation, or the PDF, or the RFT that I put on my website, for those of you who would like a deeper discussion on this, I'm encouraging you to read William Hatcher's The Concept of Spirituality, which you can get online, and just this section that I have put on this slide. I am also going to be encouraging you to be meditating, and so there are some passages from a compilation on the writings, guidelines for teaching, that you can find at this website here. I would encourage you to go and to pick 2 or 3 of them, to meditate on them. As you do, I want you to think and go back to our unit on meditation to think about how can you convey, understand, and fulfill this guidance better in your own life. So this is going to be very helpful in this kind of process of meditating on teaching. You're going to be praying on teaching. You're going to be striving to teach. You're going to be doing all the things that have been connected. And of course, you're going to be reading the writings on teaching. So one of the meditations that, reflections, whatever, I'd like you to do is how can you make teaching the dominating passion of your life? And then I want you to set some goals. Goal setting is going to help you to strive and to attain these spiritual transformation. And so I'm asking you to set goals to be a better teacher of the cause of God. And you may review this unit to determine what your short-term and long-term goals should be. And I'd like you to make a clear plan, a fairly specific plan to teach within the next day, week, or month. And then finally, practice. I think this is probably going to be the ultimate. You can know all of these things, but until you actually do it, it's only going to be kind of like talking about some food without eating it. And so I wish for you to have some spiritual conversation with someone, using and keeping in mind some of the guidance in this module, and to try and do that daily, and to see how often you can raise your conversations to the level of a spiritual conversation. And when you've done all that, you can proceed to the next module, which will be on service. So I hope you're enjoying, and I'm hoping this is helpful to you. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can Google my name and find out how to contact me. Thanks a lot and wish you well. Bye.